So the moral of the story is identify whatever it is that is triggering you to spend money and replace it with the habit that doesn't cost you a dime. Hey my Sky Savers, welcome to my channel. I'm Kim and this is World of Sky, a world for women and moms looking to save money and get the most bang for your buck. And today we're talking about 8 easy helpful tips to help you save money quickly. If 2020 didn't teach you anything else, I'm sure it taught you the importance of having a savings. And if you didn't have a savings and you weren't prepared, that's okay. Start now. It's better to start changing your habits and your lifestyle now so that you have a savings should you have an emergency come up in the future, or we've gone through something crazy like we just went through in 2020. Saving money is a long game, you guys. It's a long game. It's not just going to happen like that. You have to work at it. You have to develop new habits, new lifestyle changes. You may have to give some things up in order to encourage and promote a savings lifestyle. So if you're committed to doing that, I'm here to share with you 8 tips that you can easily follow and start to build up that savings. The first thing is to set a budget. You need a budget every single month.
Every single month.
You need to budget. And what a budget simply is tracking your income, so all of the money that you're making from whatever sources, and also tracking your expenses or your bills or things that you're paying out and spending money on every single month. If you need to learn how to create an easy budget, check out this video that I have that will walk you through the process of creating a budget that you can use every single month. Okay, so after you've created that budget, you can track your spending habits. See, what am I spending money on here and there? And once you've seen what you are spending money on, you can then start to identify things that you can eliminate from your budget so that you can save more money. I also have a whole video on how you can eliminate and cut expenses out of your budget. So be sure to check that out if you're looking for more creative ways that you could be using to save more money. For example, dining out. That's a big one. We all spend money dining out or getting fast food, and it can add up quickly. Well, in the video, I share some tips that you don't have to cut dining out or eating out of your budget completely, but I share some ways that you can reduce that expense, and then you can take that additional savings and put it in a savings account for your future goals. The second thing that you can do is increase your income. If you can increase your income and you can cut your expenses, perfection. That is what you want to do. The more income streams that you have, the better off you will be towards reaching your savings goal. So you could start a side hustle, start a small business, do some freelancing, whatever you can do, use the skills that you currently have to help you make some extra income on the side, and you can take that money and save it. Before we jump into the next tip, please be sure to go ahead and subscribe. I'll wait, girl. Go ahead. Subscribe. Okay, let's move on to the next tip. The third thing that you can do, and this is a big one, is stop spending money on unnecessary things that you don't need. And in order to do this, you need to identify what triggers you to spend money. Do you like to shop and browse the internet because you're bored at home, you don't have anything to do, so you pick up your phone and you start shopping? Is that you? Has that happened to you? It's happened to me. You'll want to identify what things trigger you to spend money. So maybe you're just sitting on the couch, hanging out, but you're bored, and so you pick up your phone and you start shopping and buying things that you don't need. That is cutting into the money that you could be saving. Another thing that could trigger you to spend money is hanging out with friends that spend, and there you are right beside them, spending, and before you realize it, you don't even realize how much money you spent just by hanging out with your friends so much. So be mindful of those things that trigger you to spend money, and once you've identified what those triggers are, try to find something else to do to occupy your time. If boredom is a trigger, or if hanging out with your friends more is a trigger for you to spend more money, maybe reduce the amount of time that you're hanging out with friends, or set a budget for yourself before you go out. So the moral of the story is identify whatever it is that is triggering you to spend money and replace it with the habit that doesn't cost you a dime, okay? We're not trying to spend money that we don't need to be spending. The fourth tip is to have a plan and have goals set in place. Know where you want to be financially in 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years. Think about those things and write them down. After you've written them down, you can start to develop a plan on how you're going to make that happen. If you have a clear plan of the financial goals that you want to achieve, you'll have some direction on what type of sacrifices that you'll need to make in order to achieve those goals. If these goals are constantly in the forefront of your mind, you'll make wiser decisions and you'll put that whatever item it is, makeup, alcohol, whatever it is that you're spending money on, if these goals are at the forefront of your mind, you may put that item back and realize, hey, I don't need to pick up this item, I can save this money instead. Remember, your financial plans and your financial goals are personal. They're personal to you and to you only. So don't try to do what your bestie is doing or what you see this girl over here doing. Do what works for you. Create a plan that works for you. But the goal is that you have to stick to the plan, and it is going to take some sacrifice. The fifth tip, it kind of piggybacks off of number 4, but it is to break down your financial goals by month or year to make them feel more attainable. And what I mean by that, so if you want to save $1,000 in the next 6 months, fantastic, you should go for that. But you want to realize, what does that mean for you per month or per day? What do you need to save per month or per day to meet that $1,000 goal at the end of the 6 months? Because you don't want to be 4 months into your 6-month goal and realize that you are not on track to achieve that. So $1,000 over a 6-month period would be saving $167 per month. All you do is take that $1,000 and divide it by 6, and that's going to give you your per month savings goal. If you break that down even further to a weekly goal, you need to save $42 per week. See, saying that you only need to save $42 per week seems so much more attainable than just saying, I want to save $1,000 in 6 months. Now you need to know and figure out what you need to do every single week. If you need to cut out lunches, if you need to cut out hanging out, if you need to cook at home, if you need to not shop and buy any clothes, whatever you need to do to save that $42 every single week, you need to do it. And if you do that for a 6-month period, you would have saved yourself $1,000. The 6th tip that I have is for you to go through all of your memberships and your subscriptions and figure out what you use and need and what you don't use or you don't need. So subscription services and membership programs, they get us, right? Because it's only like $10 a month here and $15 a month there and $25 a month. Well, all of that money adds up. It adds up, and it adds up quickly. And oftentimes we forget to even go back and review or cancel our memberships for things that we're not even using anymore. Meanwhile, they're still taking out their $10 a month, their $15 a month, their $25 a month. They're auto billing us every single month and getting their money, and we're not even using their services. So go through and find the things that you're no longer using or that you don't need. You may not need 5 streaming services, right? And don't forget about that gym membership that you have. You haven't been to the gym in 8 months. Now, I'm not judging you, but I'm telling you that that's money that you could be saving. Cancel that gym membership, girl, and keep that money in your pocket. Along with this tip, you want to look at some of the other bills that you have, your cable bill or your cell phone bill, and see if you can change your plan to reduce your costs. Many of us don't revisit these type of bills often. We just pick a plan and then we're on that plan for the next 3, 4, 5 years without even revisiting it and seeing what additional options are available to us now. So check out, go through all of your bills. If there's something that you can take your plan down and you still feel like that will meet your current needs, go ahead and reduce your plan and then save that additional money. The 7th tip that I have is do not do autopay. I know it's more convenient, right? I personally, I hate autopay, okay? I hate it. The reason that I say that you should not do autopay is because you have to go online every single month and you can see how much your bill is, how much you're spending, and you can assess whether that is a bill that you need to continue to carry. So as I mentioned before with the subscription services and the memberships, they're automatically taking that money out. So you're not even thinking about it. If you don't have your bills set up for auto pay, you have to go in every single month and shell out and spend that money, right? And so you're more aware of where your money is going. With auto pay, you never even really see it coming out. So month after month after month, they're taking money and you're not even paying attention to the fact that that money is being sent out. So going back to that gym membership, let's say that they're taking out $35 a month for your gym membership and you haven't used it in a year. Well, that is $420 that you could have saved instead. This tip for not setting up auto payments is for someone who is looking to change their habits and get into a mindset of saving. The The only caveat to this tip that I have is that you actually should do auto payment for any type of bills that will incentivize you to do auto pay, and that way they will lower your interest rate on your loans. So for your student loans or your auto loan, if you set up auto pay, they will oftentimes decrease your interest rate on your loan. And the eighth and final tip that I have is to do auto savings from your checking account to your savings account. And you can do this on a monthly basis, a bi-weekly basis, whatever you can afford and whatever amount you can afford. Something is better than nothing. So set up that repeating transfer, whether it's $10 a month, $20 a month, $100 a month, whatever it is that you can afford to save on a consistent basis every single month. Set up that repeating transfer to go from your checking to your savings account automatically. And if you have a little bit extra, you know, that you earn from a side hustle or a freelance gig that you can put towards your saving in a specific month, do that. No one says that you can't save more. But by setting up those auto payments, at least you know that you are contributing something to your savings every single month. Okay, so those are 8 easy tips. I told you they would be easy. And they are practical tips that you can use today and start your savings journey. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time that I upload a new video. I do upload a new video every single week, and it's pertaining to saving you money in some fashion. So you do not want to miss ways that you can save even more money. That's it for now. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, girl. And I'll see you on my next video. Happy saving!